One night she said, has it occurred to you to patch the roof where the rain's coming through? And he looked up at her and said, you expect me to do it? She said, well, that sounds like a great idea if you want to keep eating home cooking here. And he thought it might be time to get around to it. He got up and went to his shed out back, stepped inside. Oh, it was pitch black. He always intended to install a light out there someday. Well, he fumbled around and found a flashlight. When he flicked it on, man, it was bright. And when his eyes adjusted, all he could do was pray. Well, that shed had become infested with snakes. He jumped back startled, stepped on a rake, and the handle came up, smacked him in the back of the head. He opened his mouth and tried to scream, but nothing came out, like in a bad dream, and he thought for sure he was going to wake up dead. Well, he staggered around, feeling faint, knocked down a shelf and 4 gallons of paint, and of course all the lids came off when they hit the floor. There was blue and green and yellow and red, and it was all moving as the snakes all fled, painting a rainbow as they made their way out the door. Now his head was really starting to throb, and that floor was slicker than a greasy doorknob. He prayed, Lord, don't let me fall down till the snakes get out. The next thing he knew, he was flat on the floor, but the thought of those snakes helped him out the door, and he managed to stumble his way back up to the house, where his wife said, stop, you stay where you're at. You're not coming in here looking like that, dripping and tracking that stuff all over the place. Well, he just stood there with his mouth hanging open. That wasn't the reception he was hoping to get, and I bet it showed in the look on his face. Well, just about then he felt something wiggle. He didn't know whether to holler or giggle, 'cause where it tickled just didn't hardly feel right. When that snake crawled out of the neck of his shirt, he forgot all about whether he'd been hurt and ran off screaming, naked, in the middle of the night. Well, the police brought him home, shivering and cold. They couldn't help laughing at the story he told, 'cause you can't blame the man for feeling a bit uptight. His wife ran to meet him with a big old hug, saying, hon, don't worry about that old rug. I'm just so happy to have you back safe tonight. Next day a man came and fixed the leak. Snakes were all gone by the end of the week, and instead of one light in that shed, he installed 2. Now when something needs fixing, she leaves him alone. She just gets up and dials the phone, 'cause they never want to have another case of those Handyman Blues. Hope you enjoyed that one.